To the second round of games we go now over in the Club World Cup with hot-firing Bayern Munich taking on unbeaten Boca Juniors. Who's going to come out on top in this classic? We're going to get into it next. That's right, folks, back once again with another video. Today we take a look at Bayern up against Boca Juniors over in the FIFA Club World Cup. That's right, both sides unbeaten heading into this, but who will come out of it with something to smile about? We'll get into it, all of it in a second. If you knew where you've been, smash your subscribe, your subscribe for Blackburn Rovers, Club World Cup, World Football. We're going to all hear under one roof. That's right, Boca Juniors hoping to do much, much better than that of Auckland City, and that is actually hit the scoreboard. But can they get all 3 points? We'll take a little look in just 1 second. Big shout out to the members and the Patreons. You know who you are. So let's get into it then, shall we? Take a look at the match itself, which is coming at you thick and fast. They're non-stop at the moment over in the Club World Cup, and Bayern and Boca Juniors are next on my plate. Bayern, of course, coming into this free scoring at the moment, but things could drastically change right here, right now. They're coming into this qualified as the best ranked eligible team in the 4-year system over with UEFA, securing their spot in this tournament back in the 17th of December 2023. Been here twice before, back in 2013 and 2020. Their odds to qualify before we even kicked the ball were 8-1 on. The odds to get to win the whole thing, 11-2. My expectation was the quarterfinal berth, but right now, this is the real test to see just how far I think they can go. So these are the boys that coming at you, or at least some of the guys that are here. Neuer's there, we saw him already. Stancic, Kim and Jay there, Babacano. Meanwhile, moving forward, the likes of Kingsley Coman, Olise already on the score sheet, Harry Kane, Jamal Musiala, and Tommy Muller still hanging on here with Bayern. Let's take a look at the lineup that we could see. In fact, I think this was very close to the money. Bar Dyer, I don't think Dyer's there anymore. Neuer, Guerrero, Stanisic, Lema, Pavlovic, Kimmich, Coman, Muller, Olise, and Gnabry. Let's get into, of course, their resume. 10-0 so far against Auckland City, which was a training ground exercise for Bayern. Next up, though, it is Boca Juniors. That's coming at you this coming Friday. Or Saturday, depending on where you're watching. And then, of course, wrapping up against Benfica to see who comes down. So currently, Bayern lead the charge, 3 points of a possible 3. Benfica and Boca Juniors did draw, but we'll elaborate on that in a minute. Speaking of Boca Juniors, here they are in all their glory. They qualified as second best ranked eligible team in the CONMEBOL 4-year ranking system. They qualified back on the 22nd of August, 2024. They've been here twice before. The previous time was back in 2007. The odds to get out of the group, 5-4 on. The odds to win the whole thing, 40-1. My expectation was a round of 16 berth. That's right. Let's get into the squad. Have a look at them. Romero's here. He's knocking around a bit. Meanwhile, Marcelo Sagaci's in the back there. Rojo, Frank Fabia, Lautaro Blanco, and Chuchia is also an option for the defensive options. Meanwhile, Herrera, I think he got sent off last time, didn't he? Milton Delgado's in there. Kevin Zenon up top. Like I said, Cavani was not used. Palacios, Maricial as well. Lots of options there for Boca Juniors coming into this. But this is the lineup that we could see. Marechal between the six, Blanco, Costa Batiga, Blondel, Delgado, Zenon, Belmonte, Palacios, Jimenez, and Maricial for Boca Juniors. Coming into this, though, their resume is not great. They've not won in the last 2, but they're taking on Bayern right here, right now, to see if they can actually put themselves into at least a second spot at the moment. They can actually go top spot with a win. Auckland City are the last, which you would imagine that Boca Juniors would come out on top on that one. So if they can get something here. In fact, they're on okay track right now to get that 4 points, but if they were to get a point here, they'll probably get 5, and that could put them in a right good position. The match itself takes place at the Hard Rock Stadium. That's right, Bayern looking A-OK, 92% form for them right now. Top of the pops in the group, 3 points of a possible 3. Unbeaten in at least the last 8 games. Boca Juniors under Miguel Russo, they are third. Well, just a 1 point so far. 50% form for them, 1-2, lost 2, and drawn 2 over the last 6. I did drop a vote, and the vote says Bayern. 88% have gone with the German champions. Boca Juniors just 11%. The draw is at 1%. The bookies on the flip side, well, they're going with them as well. 11-2 on is your Bayern. 11-2 is the draw. 12-1 is your long shots. That is Boca Juniors. For me, though, what about me? Well, of course, we were impressed with Bayern, but realistically, they weren't. It wasn't. I don't think they really got out of second gear, to be fair. Once they got the first couple of goals, the heads had gone from Auckland City. Boca Juniors had to work for it in a bit of a cracking match, wasn't it? Batshit crazy game. They've got to control themselves a little bit. They're going to be on the spotlight here, and it's a good chance for them to show Europe and the watching world that Boca Juniors and football in Argentina ain't no slouches. But unfortunately, I do think Bayern are too good for this one. I expect goals, expect bonanza, expect a lot of thrills. Going to go with a 4-2 win for Bayern to take to the house and continue there. So far, so good performance in the Club World Cup, and that should secure qualification at one shape or another. Boca got it all to do against Auckland City to see if they can go through. Meanwhile, that's it. 4-2 for me. Let me know your thoughts down below.